All right, and certainly so. A beautiful experience. It may seem more like a dream, a lucid dream, and yet it was more real than you know. And so allow the information to integrate as you dream tonight. Allow yourself to drift and dream some more, to feel the presence of your ancestry. And we do have time for a few questions. Who would like to begin? Please unmute yourself.
Tara, I guess I'll jump in.
All right. Yes, dear one.
So I've been having some pretty intense dreams lately, and remembering them. And oftentimes the point I wake up at is when I'm looking for my car. It's in a parking lot somewhere, but not in the original parking lot that I left it at. It's in a different parking lot, so to speak. So there's that. And then there was a dream where when I went to get my car, it was actually being repaired, and the mechanic, I was concerned about paying the mechanic for the repair. So I was thinking, oh man, it's going to be like $2,000, $3,000, whatever. And so I show up, and the mechanic says $417. And okay, $417. And then, like, almost when I was waking up, I went back into the dream somehow and went to the mechanic and said, what did you say? 417? I mean, I was expecting 2417, right? And he said, 417. I just want to get this car out of here. So I do a lot of work with the Enneagram, and I think I'm a 7. And the 7 disintegrates to the 1, which is 7 is a visionary, fun-loving adventure, kind of has a background in pain, you might say, and then and would disintegrate to the 1 being very judgmental, which would normally be really positive, reformer and stuff. And then that next tier down is to like 4, which is tragic, romantic, creative, but basically the theme there is I'm special. So it goes from being highly judgmental to saying, hey, look, I make the rules, I'm special, I'll determine if I'm right or wrong, right? So that's like, so getting the message 417 in my past when I've had dreams like this, it's like, oh, okay, 4 to 1 to 7, 417, right? So that message was coming across pretty loud and clear, right?
Beautiful.
Yeah, it was like got sort of there, right? So, but the idea that the car, where's the car? You know, it's like, yeah. So that's kind of like, I think it's connected to my stellar origin, and these like this last meditation, I'm glad I'm kind of surprised I can articulate and talk. I hear myself talking. It's like, whoa, I'm talking. Well, it was pretty far out. And lately it's been like that. So, end of missive. Thank you.
Yes, right on track, aren't you? Yes, absolutely. And so certainly so, you probably have heard that the car can represent your vehicle in life, meaning sometimes you're even representative of your physical body. So your body being in the repair shop, and certainly so recently the hospital experience.
Mhm.
And having it turn out to be a lot less dramatic than it could have been. So beautifully healing within a week what could have become quite difficult for you. And it became very elegant, didn't it? Now, having your vehicle show up in a different parking lot than what you expect. So what's changing in your environment? What are you perceiving that is new, that wasn't seen before, meaning you didn't notice it before? So we've been working with expanding your perceptions, and today is an additional experience of that. And so to look to see what's new in the environment that you didn't notice before, that could be disconcerting, but actually could be beneficial. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I had another aspect of a dream was like was kind of troubling in a way. I had a dream where I was going to an office space where I worked. It was like vocation, like earn a living or die. And two things happened. First, the place where I normally would go, where there would be plans and drawings, and my background is engineering, and like layouts and such. Suddenly, the image was, this is all obsolete. It's being replaced. Forget it, And then some guy shows up, and the office itself now is a drawing, and on the drawing there's a whole new layout. It's like I don't have a building or an office anymore. I have a layout of a building and office, and I'm like almost like standing on the drawing, and some person I don't even know is going through it, articulating where this is going to go here, this is going to go there. And then if that isn't enough, the lobby of the building I'm working in, suddenly there's this like, I don't know, like a 15-foot high by 8-foot square, not a, almost like mini building, trucking down the sidewalk into the lobby where I am. And the next thing I know, it unfolds and becomes a new lobby. So it's like, I don't recognize anything. I wake up from that dream very confused, right? So if changes are afoot, I think I'm having difficulty imagining them.
Yes, and in your dream, it's all sort of abstract, isn't it? It's a design more than a reality at first.
It's like it doesn't quite exist, and yes, the best we can go is like maybe a lobby that's under construction.
And so it ties back to intention. So as you evaluate, well, how do I want my reality to form? Through thought, through feeling. Really, the blueprint is coming from, not from who you have been, but who you are becoming. And so it doesn't make all that much sense at this point, because reality is changing and your perceptions are changing. And so as you allow yourself to create that link with your optimal future and have your optimal future explain, okay, well, this is where we're heading. This is what to focus on. So it may be an emotion, it may be a thought, it may be a better feeling thought, as Abraham would say, where you say, oh, well, I know I'm heading in the right direction. And isn't it interesting to see what shows up just by knowing that? And so as you do so, you will find that you can trust yourself with each step of the way, even not knowing what's coming, even not having the exact specifications, working only with a blueprint, a design, and then fine-tuning it with your desire, your imagination, and your expectation. Or those are the tools that you want to be using.
Perfect. Thank you.
Absolutely. And there's more there that will bubble up just from the meditation that you did this evening is going to bring more clarity and also that sense that you are not alone, that your ancestry is there with you. Beautiful. All right. And who is next?
Hello, Tara. It's Richard.
Yes, dear one. Where do we begin?
I'm just thinking the other day, or someone, when Lazarus talks about like freedom is a state of mind, is that a belief then, or is that a part of the blueprint?
All right. Well, those are two different questions, and we'll see how it all fits together. So, a state of mind would indicate a space for what is it that your mind is focused on. Your mind is working with thoughts and emotions. But beyond that, when a state is activated, certain beliefs get triggered, or rather, certain beliefs are creating the container within which you exist. So as you interpret to be in a state of mind called freedom, what do you believe? What do you think? What do you feel? What choices and decisions do you make, knowing you are free? And as you add responsibility, freedom with responsibility, the ability to respond to the changes that occur, and knowing you are free to respond. It's a very different state, isn't it?
Right.
Than when you focus on being worried that your freedoms are being taken away. If you focus on the freedoms that are being taken away, or that thought that they might be taken away, the focus is on outside of you, someone else doing it to you. It is a mentality of victimhood, isn't it?
Right.
And the state of mind of a victim is a very different set of beliefs and thoughts and feelings and choices and decisions. And the responsibility is more reaction than responding, isn't it?
Yes, definitely.
And so does that help?
Yes, great, fantastic.
And so you see how important it is to have the premise, the foundation of freedom. I'm just going to assume I am free. Because freedom encompasses so many qualities that I desire, that I have developed within myself, and that I choose to bring with me into the future. And so as you program for more freedom, even when you don't know what that might look like, as you say, well, in my new world of dominion, in my future, my optimal future has more freedom than I have. And I don't even know what that means yet, but I'm willing to find out. I'm willing to imagine it and desire it and expect it. Beautiful.
Thank you. So
Certainly so. We love you so.
how does that fit in with the blueprint?
Well, the blueprint is what you come in with. That comes from your stellar origin. So this evening, the meditation taps you into, oh, wait a minute, I'm the architect. I'm the designer of this physical plane illusion. I'm the one who chose on some level to design a reality, a physical representation of all that is, and then to go experience it again and again and again in new ways. For there are infinite possibilities that you can explore. And so the blueprint is that potential, that infinite potential that you tapped into, that you remember, that is part of who you are. It is in your DNA. And when you allow yourself to be in that state of mind, of remembering, oh, infinite potential, infinite possibility. For some of you, it brings a sense of freedom. For others, it might bring a sense of dread. And so those of you who feel dread, just let yourself know that it's going to be all right to change. However, the lesser self is saying, if you change, you're opening yourself up to the unknown. And so the lesser self needs comfort, needs reassurance that you are not creating the unknown. You are not stepping into the unknown without guidance, without support. You are not going into the unknown all alone. You step into the unknown first by connecting. As you connect with higher self, to activate your valued self, to remember who you are. As you connect with soul, to activate spirit and your true self. Remembering your origin. When you were one with God and Goddess. And that in that communion, in that community, you become more. And the unknown is a wonderful, exciting adventure. But when you haven't made the time, taken the time to connect, the lesser self says, but I'm all alone. And I don't have what it takes to deal with the infinite unknown. And so you see the importance of taking the time to connect.
Right,
That
definitely.
is where the confidence and the comfort and the knowing that you are not all alone answers that fear. And so the dread is not to be disregarded, but responded to. As you respond to it by connecting, first with your optimal future. Or if you already know what that is, to take the step to connect with higher self.
Thank you. Beautiful.
Certainly so. We love you so. All right then. And who is next?
So, Tara, would you speak to the possibility that the lack of feeling of safety might be a foundational condition for the various aspects in life that we call ill health, lack of opportunity, mishaps.
Absolutely. All right. And so if we understood it correctly, so having the, so being disconnected, we'll start there. And you can correct us along the way if we have taken the wrong direction. So from the lesser self's viewpoint, that is the aspect of self that is wanting to protect and defend against the unknown, against the uncertainty in the world. And as you were pointing out, well, if someone stays in that state for too long, does that potentially result in an imbalance, a lack of confidence, perhaps even mental illness? Are we on track with this route?
Not quite.
So please.
When we begin the meditation, you have us come to the edge of safety.
Yes.
And it's from that edge of safety that I'm speaking.
So what is beyond your safe place?
Beyond it, within it, that contributes in some measure to our ill health, to our ill fortune, even to our good fortune.
All right. And so when you look at what is existence, the starting point that we use as a safe place, it certainly began with Lazarus using that as a meditative start. For many of you have worked with Lazarus. And we agree that there is an important function for beginning with safety, one of which is to connect with the earth energy. For you are here in the physical plane, in a physical vehicle that requires care and attention, even as you are also here to experience the metaphysical, what is beyond the physical. And so as you look at, well, the safe place that is in meditation is a way for your physical body in the illusion, for it is an illusion, to ground and to connect and to be cared for by the earth while you are doing the work that is metaphysical. And so when you go beyond the bounds of safety, well, safety is what is known, meaning your conscious mind knows it. It can even contain the subconscious. Yet there is much in the subconscious that you do not know consciously, that is there to access. But until you have the piece of information, you realize, oh, a moment before I didn't know that information, or I didn't remember I had access to it. So all of the subconscious is beyond the bounds of safety. But the safety is truly the conscious mind. That information which you work with in such a way that it creates a sense of stability of what is known. And so you are not working with the unknown at this point. You are only working with that which you have encountered in this lifetime, or as you've explored other lifetimes, that information then becomes conscious, also gets included in that. And with each foray beyond the edge of safety, the goal is to bring more of what is in the unknown, and even that which is in the subconscious already, into the conscious mind, where choice is the key. Once that information is known, you have choice. Before it's known to you in the conscious way, there is not really any choice. And it often can occur as fate or out of the blue experiences. So as you say, good fortune, bad fortune, really good luck, bad luck, what we'll call out of the blue experiences, meaning the moment before it happened, you really had no sense this is going to happen. By making forays meditatively into the unknown, you're bringing more and more information into the conscious mind where choice can be made. Now, as Warren was describing dreams, lucid dreams, where he is engaging in the dream and he on occasion goes back in and says, oh, wait a minute, what is that about? Or can I have some clarification there? Or can I even change what is happening there? That's the power of lucid dreaming. Bringing that information into the conscious mind, you then have more facility with it. What is my unconscious mind trying to tell me that I didn't understand in my waking state? So as far as the good or bad fortune or out of the blue, as you consciously choose to explore the unknown, and what we were saying before to Richard about choose to connect with higher self, and then go beyond the bounds of safety, beyond the conscious mind to see what does your higher self want you to know? What is most optimal for you to gather? And then as you connect with higher self and soul and activate your spirit to gather those energies in the gathering, your choices and your decisions become more apparent to you. Does that help?
I would say it's a start.
Wonderful. And is there another question there, or is it good enough for now?
I think it's good enough for now.
Wonderful. And we thank you for that question, for it does clarify some things that hadn't been put together yet in conversation. Beautiful. All right. And if there's nothing else, certainly so. Know that you went deeply into your origin, your stellar origin. And as you dream tonight, to ask your higher self to continue the integration of those energies. For DNA is interesting. It is a mechanism by which you can activate at will qualities within yourself. And so as you tap into the archetypes, as you tap into the qualities of your self as map maker magician, the one who makes the maps for your world, who brings love, unconditional love into your future. It is part of who you are. And also to allow yourself to know more and more of your unique expression and to give yourself permission to be that in your world. All right. And so we go for now. We go with love and peace as we bring Katharina back. Until next time, we go with love and peace.
Thank you, Tara. Beautiful.
Thank you, Tara. Awesome.